Good morning, everybody. You're here for the semifinals of the Event B and Event C event here at the 2023 Cherry Blossom. We'll go ahead and go through the teams real quick. So this is our feature sheet?
Yes, our feature sheet today is on sheet B. It is between Parent Trap and Tata and Cheerio, one of our B event semifinals. And our alternate feature is a C event semifinal between Team Bomber and RPI 1.
Okay, and we should probably just introduce ourselves real quick. Hi, everybody. I'm Jennifer. I'm a member here at Potomac.
And hi, everybody. And my name is Lena, and I'm also a member here at Potomac.
And operating the cameras, I am Dylan Klensky, another member here at Potomac.
Alrighty, it looks like folks are getting a couple quick slides in before we're off and running.
So this is the first draw that they ran rocks before the games will start, which means that they break the pebble by running all 8 rocks down each half of the sheet, and that makes the ice up to speed right when the games start. Usually when you first start, the ice is a little bit slower and speeds up over the course of the game. And today they ran rocks. So we will be looking at some fast rocks right away, some fast ice right away.
Yeah, so we'll see if people can accommodate for that and not throw them through the house right away. So we have our first yellow rock from Tata and Cheerio on sheet B. Looks like the sweepers are just following it down, keeping an eye on it. Not exactly sure what the skip called, but looks like they are in the house, in the 4-foot. Red rock is heading down, and that was a nice takeout to take care of those first 2 rocks. Looks like RPI 1 has a nice corner guard on sheet C. People have adjusted really well to this faster ice. Mine probably would have gone straight through, Lena. All right. We've got a guard at the top of the 12-foot on sheet B.
And it looks like Parent Trap is trying to draw behind.
A lot of sweeping going on. Furious sweeping. Nice draw. Probably would have liked that to be more on the tee line, but it is completely hidden by that yellow guard. Maggie's up for Tata and Cheerios. This is the first of the seconds rocks. So
this one looks a little bit heavy.
Yeah. So we have 4-person teams, and each person will throw 3 rocks, or 2 rocks.
It's coming in nice.
Yeah, it did slow down. It looked a little heavy as she let it go, but oh, that's a nice freeze. So a freeze is when you have a rock just touching another rock, and that makes it harder to get rid of. Kyle's first rock.
And it looks like they are trying to sit on it as well.
So we might have a nice little pile up in the house there. Reminiscent of Friday night on the Beltway. So it turned out to be really a really nice week for everybody. This is the cherry blossom, Bondsfield, and the cherry blossoms did peak on Thursday this week. So a lot of people have been downtown enjoying the cherry blossom festival activities.
In between the rainstorms, at least.
Yes, we did have, it was quite rainy on Wednesday. So that was a really lovely draw that Kyle threw, and he's sitting right on top of that pile. And in contrary, it looks like Sheet C has a pretty open house there. The rocks are kind of spread out. And Team Bomber, I don't think they really intended to put that guard there, but that might have taken a little bit of a wrong turn. So it looks like we have about 17 viewers. If you want to say hi to us and let us know where you're tuning in from, we'd love to say hi to y'all.
And it looks like Parent Trap is once again trying to pile up at the 4-foot.
Ken jumping in here too. Am I coming in clear? Yeah.
Hey, Ken.
So, Lena, you're going to have to move the mic a little closer to your mouth. Yeah, that's better. So, Lena, I hear this is your first time on commentary.
It sure is.
Oh, get that mic a little bit more in. You're still not quite coming through close.
It sure is.
There we go. Now we got you loud.
Good morning, Mindy. We see you.
Mindy!
As opposed to Jennifer, she's an expert at this commentary stuff.
Oh, please.
And Dylan's our pro operator. He gets all the finals. He's here all day.
And Ken is our expert audio video person who set up this entire system. So if you enjoy our video and audio stream, that's all due to the lovely Ken.
And we have Freya back here too, just playing with Lena's. That's not a French braid. That's just a regular braid, right?
No, but I did just teach Freya how to French braid. So.
Ah, okay.
All right, so they threw a hit weight down there and they moved some rocks around in the house.
Not as much backing as there were before.
Exactly.
And that shot rock is nice and exposed.
So Erik should be able to just go ahead and bump that out.
We should change our TV to show sheet B here, yeah.
We have at least a couple people tuning in from Appleton, Wisconsin.
Hi.
That was another beautiful draw from Parent Trap with a freeze on the back of the 4-foot.
So Appleton is Team Bomber on sheet C, and Team Bomber has always had it's like any time Team Bomber's on the ice, there's some, and even times when there aren't Team Bombers not on the ice, it seems like there's always somebody from that crew watching on the webcast.
Well, welcome. We're glad to have you with us. Fast and furious. Moving some rocks around.
Still leaving red sitting 1.
That's much better than the 3 they had before they threw that rock.
Yeah, and that yellow's in the front of the house, in front of the top 4, and that may be useful. As opposed to all 3 of your heads are in the back, so it's not looking too bad at the moment for yellow. But so if you're ready, you're going to try picking that yellow one out. That's pretty dangerous, I think. But oh, they actually, it looks like that's what they're calling now. You can do it.
If they hit it at an angle, they might be able to miss all those reds in the back and keep those counting.
Yeah, they can either hit it really narrow and cut it out the side, or they can hit it kind of at a slight angle and pick it out between the rocks.
Looks like the call might be a draw to the tee line.
Yep, so you heard him yelling, yellow's got to go. So it's still enough rocks left in the end. They just want to get rid of that yellow, even if a chance of jamming.
All right, here we go. Furious sweeping.
Trying to hold that line. Ooh, just missed that guard.
Oh my goodness.
Still left yellow sitting 1 though.
That was a really good attempt.
Yeah, it was almost squeezed it out through there. If they would have could have kept it a little bit straighter, it would have squirted it out through the hole in between their heads.
Exactly.
But they had to try for it, and it's again, yellow is in the back of the house, so it's not in the back of the red. So.
Yeah, this is the first of the skip stones here.
So I think maybe they just want one. Maybe they just come back for the button again, or you probably wanted a little top 4. So if it gets hit, if they did get it like biting top 4, then the yellow, the other yellow would still be counting if red manages to hit the yellow. Although that might set up a double is the problem. Maybe you just went a little higher, just to guard your shot rock, because red has hammer here, so yellow really just wants to keep red from scoring more than 1. So just ends up guarding pretty good. It guards it makes it hard to run back that red one, which is what the which this is parent trap, right? Parent trap with
Yep, they're red.
So they're looking at hitting the yellow, red, yellow is the plan.
Over on sheet C, we're on the skip rocks as well. It looks like Team Bonner is at least sitting 1 there.
So Mike Dunnam from Parent Trap. So he wants to hit that yellow right on the nose.
Team Bomber was able to go ahead and skip out one of those yellow rocks.
It's coming wide. Yeah, it's not gonna. It might just chip the yellow.
Yeah, it's crashing on the guard.
Oh well.
Okay.
plan B, and it works.
So one of the important things you learn when you're curling that there is Plan A, but there's also Plan B, Plan C, Plan D, and all the way down the line. And that was an excellent Plan B. They did manage to get their red as shot rock, even though it ticked the guard there.
And with backing.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know if that was even a Plan B. That was oh, look what just happened, more than a Plan B.
I have a lot of those, Ken. Being a new curler, I have a lot of, oh, well, that wasn't quite, it wasn't what was called, but that wasn't too bad.
So if you're yellow, what are you trying to do? Get another one in? Another one counting?
All right, so Dylan has gone ahead and switched to the house views, so we can see what's happening on all the sheets here.
So so over on sheet A, it'll be hammer. And I think that's,
Sheet C, we're getting ready for hammer to be thrown.
Yep, so
they have a lot in the house right now.
So as opposed to on sheet A, is there anything?
There's a biter.
Yeah, that red one in the back.
There's a red biter. So yeah, so on sheet C, if they can go ahead and, if Team Bomber can bounce out that yellow one, they could potentially have a 4 end right now. So
okay, here on our feature sheet, there's a draw attempt, but it crashes. So actually, that's not bad. Yellow is now sitting 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And it makes it a little bit tough for Team Bomber to get more than 2. Well, I think they can get 2 though.
Over on sheet A, Band of Johnson just missed a takeout for the blank, so they gave up a steal of 1.
All right, hammer's coming down on sheet C. It should be coming into view. They're going after that yellow one. Oh, they just miss it. It looks like that's a 1 yellow, a steal of a yellow. That was the right, I agree, that was the right thing to try.
And on sheet D, the last red rock is now coming in. Are they going for the hit on that yellow in the back? Is that the plan? Or a freeze? Maybe a freeze is what they're calling for.
Yeah, well, there's another yellow just off to the side there along the wall. So yellow has 2 in the house, but they're not counting. So it looks like they're trying to split the house there. So red has 2 counters, but yellow has the hammer. So board games wait. We'll be able to try to draw in for the force.
Okay, now we're hammer on sheet B, our feature sheet. Mike Dunnam just delivered his hammer, and it's...
Looks like he's drawing for 2.
Yeah, I think just a draw, or is he going to try ticking off the yellow? He's kicking off the yellow. Yeah, kicking off the yellow.
Yeah, that's
and maybe getting the other yellow. Yes. Oh, that was...
My God.
Wow.
That's a 4-point end.
4-point end for Parent Trap.
That was a perfectly delivered stone.
Oh my gosh, Mike just nailed that. Well done.
Yeah, when I said earlier that it'd be hard for them to score more than 2, I was talking about me. I was not talking about Mike Dunnam.
That was a beautiful shot. Beautiful shot.
Hammer over on D is about to be delivered.
So it looks like everybody's at a pretty decent pace right now. Usually ends take approximately about 20 minutes to play. I think we got a start a little after 10, didn't we, Dylan?
Just a minute or 2.
Okay, so.
Yeah, so there is, in the finals, there is no time limit. And if they tie, it's they go on to another end, as opposed to the pool play where there were time limits and no ninth end.
Excellent sweeping by Parent Trap there. They really pulled that one into the 8-foot.
Board games wait, got a hit, but rolled and left Team English to steal 1.
Okay, so we're going to go back to our feature sheet view.
We had 3 steals in the first end, is that right? I think sheets A, C, and D are all steals.
I think so.
Wow. Well, definitely the running of the rocks is not challenging these players. They're getting the rocks in the house and throwing some really great shots today.
So this red rock looks like it's going to be heavy. I think it's going to be through here on sheet B.
I jinxed them. That was my fault.
They were doing fine until he started talking.
Sorry, Sorry, Team Parent Trap. That's on me.
I'm surprised Mike's not looking at you and pointing. Oh, he's just waving.
My ears got hot. I was like, oh,
He heard you.
Yeah, he heard me. Oh.
Okay.
All right, we got a fast rock coming down on sheet D here. Trying to do a hit.
Sorry.
Oh, nice hit, and they managed to get that yellow to stay biting.
On sheet B, it's a draw. It's going to be a little farther back than they wanted, but it'll stick in there.
Mostly in the 12-foot there. But it's something in the house, something they can work with.
Yep. So, but Parent Trap is going to go for the hit, is the call. Just a down weight, like a bumper hack weight hit. Maybe a little heavier. Actually, it's heavier than that. It's curling a lot over there.
Yeah, it looks like it's coming in narrow.
Yeah, they're trying to.
Oh, now it's going.
Yeah,
there it goes.
it's really
It
curling.
broke.
They need to work that to get ahead, and I don't think they're going to get it.
Looks like
Oh,
barely missed.
That was a kitten's whisker.
So just last weekend, the operations crew here at Potomac scratched the bottom of all the stones, which means
Sharpened, I think, is the technical term.
Yep, sharpened all the stones, so that makes them curl a little bit more than usual.
Yeah, sharpening is a very delicate operation. They just put the rock on a piece of sandpaper, push it 8 inches maybe, and then rotate the rock a quarter turn and push it another 8 inches, and you're done. That's it. That's all there is to it. And then you throw away that piece of sandpaper and you never use it again.
New piece for every rock.
All right, we got Tata and Cheerio going for the hit here.
It looks like that one is curling quite a bit at the end as well.
Yep, yeah, so that's what we
Just
saw in
missed
the
it.
last draw, and even last night, was we're getting a lot of curl down the middle of sheet B. So obviously these people, they should have been watching the previous game to see how the ice was moving. Okay, now we're making another attempt at that hit, on, and it might also over curl. Is it going to be able to
Kyle.
hold it?
I think
Yeah,
they've
they're
got
going to
it.
get this one.
Yep, okay,
Yeah.
that one they held, so.
Yeah,
Well,
they stuck around.
Yep, nice little corner
Yeah.
rock.
Lots of times when you're throwing rocks without much weight, you lose your shoot or it leaves the house, and it's fortunate when you get the right, just perfect weight where it manages to get the rock you want out, but you still stick around. So they are counting 2 right now, but it's still early. Looks like Tata Cheerio is trying for another hit there, but
Yeah,
that is
this
not
one is not curling. Yep.
So they have flashed through on both sides of that red rock.
So Parent Trap is debating whether they should peel the yellow or just draw in behind it or tap back the red. I think they decided on tapping back the red.
Looks like they're going to try to get that red one a little closer to the button.
They don't have hammer here, so and they're up by 4, so they can kind of be aggressive here.
We got a hit coming in on sheet C. That is going to come all the way out of the house.
Let's see if it stays
Good
in
shot.
play. And it does.
Yeah, but it's not counting. It's out of the house.
Okay, on sheet B, the rock's coming in. Yeah, I think they're going to get a little, well, is it going to draw behind? It's actually going to draw down to the button. Maybe not quite that hard. Okay, they're going to get a little offset there.
Furious sweeping by Kyle.
Well, that gives a bigger target for Tata and Cheerio to hit.
See if they are going to try the double here.
And Parent Trap doesn't really mind if they get the double because their rock would be, the shot rock would be exposed anyway, so. Well, they're going to sweep it. Need to sweep that. Sweep it, sweep hard, hard, hard.
Oh,
it
it
might
is
just miss
moving.
again.
It's moving a lot.
Yeah, it missed again.
Oh my goodness. They just keep alternating sides there on their misses.
Yeah, there's.
Left, right, left.
I wonder if there's like a weird hump in that middle of sheet B that if you get the line in a particular place, it doesn't curl, and then if you move the brim a few inches the other way, it really curls too much.
Yep. Yeah, ice can be very smooth.
So what's the call here? Are they trying to get another rock into the house?
I believe they might be guarding on the left side of the center line is the goal.
Starting to curl.
Well, I think that guards the double pretty well.
Just taking a quick glance over at sheet A, I think they have every single rock in the house almost. That is a big old pile up.
So Tata Cheerio calling to clear the guard because it was a good guard.
Make that go away.
Okay, this time they will hit something red, I'm sure of it.
Yep. Looks like it's staying online there.
Okay, that's a perfect peel. The yellow moves away just like he wanted. And does it stay in play? I guess. Not by much, but it's still in play.
Yeah, I think they're taking a quick look. Don't know how to switch though. Let's shoot A. So being a relatively new curler, one of the things I've learned is that communication is key. So when you hear people yelling, they're not yelling at each other, they are communicating so that people understand what needs to be done, when to sweep, when not to sweep.
So Mike Dunnam being in the position that skips like to be in, where your job is to put up a guard, or actually this one, is it going to over curl?
Yeah,
No?
I think it's going to end up on the center line, but you probably wanted it a little bit to the, yeah, that over curled.
And it leaves that shot rock completely exposed, it looks like.
Yeah, but there's nothing for the Tata and Cheerio to hide under when if they hit this. So it's yeah, they need to hit, but their rock will be exposed. You just got to go for the hit there. You just don't have any choice at this point.
Then over on sheet C, we have one yellow rock in the house and lots of guards putting up a perimeter around. Skip rocks on sheet C as well. Looks like they're just trying for a draw to get another yellow one in the house on sheet C.
And it looks like on sheet D they are going for a hit of the yellow.
Sheet A has the most interesting house now. We're going to have to show that sometime whenever they're getting close to the last rock or two.
Yeah, that's a lot of rocks in the house there.
Okay, so
over on sheet C, they were very successful. They've got a yellow in the house there.
Michael
in
Greene.
the forefoot, but they are going to try to hit it.
Michael Greene throwing Tata Cheerios. Hit here. It will hit. I don't think they're
Looks a
getting on
little
the rock they
wide.
wanted. Maybe just chip out the shot rock.
Oh, they almost had a double on that far side. But
Yeah. Okay, so
put it back.
Mike Dunnam, Parent Trap, wants to just, put one back in anywhere, either blocking the draw path, basically top of house on that side.
Yeah.
It looks like here on sheet C, they're just barely going to miss a hit of
that
yellow
flash.
in the forefoot.
That flash through.
And that's going to leave RPI a 2-point steal this end.
Okay, so Mike Dunnam throwing his draw attempt here, I think, or he already doesn't mind either.
Ken, are we on hammer over on A?
Yeah, let's just wait till Mike's good draw comes to rest, and then we'll switch to the all houses.
Yeah. I just couldn't tell how many rocks they had down there. So with that one in the house, Parent Trap is sitting 4 again. So
Yeah.
Tata Cheerio needs to.
Yeah, Tata Cheerio has hammer and no choice but to draw
Yeah, they need to draw
touch
that
red.
in.
And that rock really effectively guarded any kind of hit.
Okay, here comes the
Okay,
hammer
yeah.
on A. So if we can,
So
you all
the-
can see the house,
the
and
yellow
it is
hammer.
crazy.
And they're just trying to get another one in, or at least are they counting one now, or is it?
No, their
so
red
they
is
just-
shot.
They got to sweep hard, sweep hard, sweep hard. That's just coming up short. Okay, so red one.
Yep.
Yep.
Another steal on sheet A. Okay, here's the draw attempt on sheet B.
This is the hammer. They are sweeping furiously.
I think it's going to come up short, but I'm not sure. Yeah, that's not going to make
Yeah,
it. So 4 red.
that is going to
on
be
sheet-
another steal of 4. Parent Trap is on a roll.
Oh, the first end was not a steal, but yes, the steal
Oh,
of 4 after
sorry.
a non-steal of 4. Well, that's why Parent Trap made it this far in the. This is the B event, is that right? B
Yes,
event?
it is.
Yeah.
Looks like we're about to get hammer on sheet D. Close out the second end for everybody. Switch over to that here in a second.
And a beautiful center guard here on our feature sheet by Parent Trap.
Alrighty, it looks like that yellow is staying in the house, so that is 3 for board games wait.
Okay, Long Island gets the corner guard they need. Long Island being Tata Cheerio.
So how many teams do we have from different clubs, Ken? Do we know?
Well, I can tell you how many teams. There are 32 teams.
Yeah.
But clubs, haven't done a count on that. Certainly got a good variety. And
Yeah, so sometimes you have bonds fields that are internal, so it's for club members only. This is an external bonds field where folks are invited from all over the country, so it's very exciting.
yeah.
You get to meet lots of new curlers.
Looks
If I
like a
remember
beautiful-
correctly, when they initially opened up registration, the Potomac teams were limited to only 6
Okay.
of the 32.
Sounds right.
That way we could get, have ample space for all the teams that wanted to come in. And then after a certain amount of time, if there were any remaining slots still open, Potomac teams could then register again. Of course, Potomac members could also join teams that were coming in if they needed an extra.
Yeah. So there are a lot of times that there's mixed teams where you'll meet folks at other Bondsfields and you'll get along and you'll be like, hey, it'd be fun to play together. So
yeah, for instance, over on Sheet C, RPI 1, that team is made up of all RPI alumni, most of whom are not members of the club here, other than their skip, who is a member here at Potomac. But the rest of them, they all curled together in college, but most of them are not members of Potomac Curling Club.
I have found one of the things I like best about curling. It's a very social sport. Of course, you're competitive. You want to do a good job, but if the opposing team makes a really good shot, you're always the first one to applaud with them, and it's just a really, really great social activity, and it is a lot harder than it looks.
So on our feature sheet, the call was to try to pick out that yellow one. Instead, they hit the red from being front, not quite counting, to being back top forward, not quite counting. So Tata and Cheerio want to guard that shot rock. At this point, their goal may just be to hope to score an end against the parent track.
I've had games like that where it's like, oh, I just want to get one on the board and not be totally skunked out.
It looks like they might just chip that center guard.
And it just opens up their shot rock completely. So it's, a clear call to hit the yellow for Kyle Conroy here. So one of our Potomac members who, I think, did he also know the Dunnams from Philadelphia? I can't remember if Kyle played at Philadelphia too.
I believe he did.
Yeah, I think so. And again, we're seeing that swing on the swing down the middle on sheet B here, where that heavyweight hit just curls like crazy.
Threaded that needle perfectly.
Yeah, on the previous game, that miss you just saw, we saw probably 4 or 5 times that same line. Same thing.
Yes, we've had a couple people writing in. So Maria, Jeff is ahead 2-0 on sheet A. In case you missed that.
So the goal here for Long Island is to hit that red shot rock, but they're going to hit. Are they going to clear that other red? It's really close.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
they
my
squeezed it by.
goodness.
Okay, sitting 2.
That was a great shot.
Of course, Mike Dunnam's looking at the double.
Yeah, that happens a lot. You'll throw a really good shot, and the very next one will be like, your shot goes away. So
Erik cheats.
Your gratification is short-lived when you make those really good shots, but
Looking pretty good for a double, I think. Oh, almost. Oh, and that rock ends. I always like when rocks move back up the sheet.
That was very
and the red rock actually.
very good attempt by Erik. Yeah.
Red rock went out.
So it looks like their Tata Cheerio is going to try to split the house there. Get something behind the guards over on the left side there.
Yeah, so if they can get a rock buried in there, they have a good chance of scoring this end.
They're just escorting that rock down. They're not sweeping it yet. Weight's good.
I'm hoping it's going to curl under and not be too heavy.
Oh, it's going to stay in, but it's definitely heavier than what they wanted. But side by side there, can they still do a double on that, Ken?
Mike's just calling to hit and roll over to be out counting that one. I mean, if he rolls over and freezes to that one, that's just as good as a double.
Yeah. Looks like being in line like that, it would probably be pretty hard to do the double. All right, oh, they're sweeping right away.
Yeah, this is that curly line. Can they hold it?
So when you sweep, you can sweep for either line or weight. So
they got the double.
Oh my goodness! I didn't think that was possible.
Good shot.
Physics proves me wrong again.
Yep.
That was a really well done shot, and good job by the sweepers. It really was a team effort. It was a pretty decent throw, and the sweepers helped keep that line intact.
So Andrew Carpenter going to be trying to hit that red one, cross the nose a little on that red one, and roll behind the guards. It's going to overcurl. It's going to be on the red at best. Maybe on the yellow. Okay, it's on the yellow now. It's just going to bump the yellow out and roll over
that
to
curled
guard.
a lot.
And it looks like that rolled into guard red shot rock.
Yep.
Well, I can say I've never done that before, hit my own colored rock and taken it out of play.
No, never. I'm sure you've never done that at all.
I know Ken hasn't.
None of us have ever done that, no.
I play lead, so I don't throw rocks at other rocks. It's always empty. I don't have to worry about that problem.
So
I know Lena likes hitting things.
So what Mike would like to do is draw behind top house a little bit behind that yellow one to keep them from running back the yellow one.
Yeah.
Nice easy throw. It just might maybe a guard in front of the yellow one, which is okay too. No, it's not gonna.
It's not curling that way.
No, it's finally now it gets to that breaking point.
Looks like they're trying to draw it behind.
Yep.
Looks like top 8.
Yep, that's.
So yeah, so
touching the edge of the
they're
floor.
sitting 3.
That one looks a little bit more exposed than they might have wanted.
It's exposed, but the point is that Long Island can't hit that and roll behind. They can hit it and chip it out, but they're not going to get the roll behind. And even if they hit it, they're not counting. I mean, there is the double. Maybe they're going for the double. That would actually make sense. Go for the double, and their shooter would maybe hopefully roll to the outside, and maybe hide behind their yellow guard.
Looks like sheet A has a lot of rocks to play again, so they're going to be the sheet with all the rocks down near the house.
So looking where that yellow guard is, maybe the double isn't really there.
It's good weight. He's trying to hit something.
Yeah.
Let's see how this line is right down the middle. It looks like it's curling
chip
quite a
on
bit.
the yellow. Yeah, it's chipping on their own guard.
No, it's just a little too.
It did open up those 2 shot rocks.
Yeah, at least one of their yellows is out counting one of the reds.
So
yeah.
They do have hammers, so.
So how are the other sheets doing? Oh, this is last red rock on sheet B, sheet C. And over on sheet A, it will be the last red rock when they throw it. But okay, so hammer coming up on sheet C. And what is that looking like at the moment? Oh, oh no, is that in? Oh, they didn't. Oh, there's a yellow rock up here, but I guess it must be for sheet A. Okay, sorry, never mind. It was just parked on the sheet B, but obviously it's on the red side of sheet B, so I was not thinking of that. Okay, so back to our feature sheet. Mike Dunnam trying to draw one. Or guard the center, discarding the center.
Guarding again.
Yeah, discarding the center, kind of overcurled a little bit. Yeah, overcurled a lot. So I think the call is the double, because if you get a double and you stick in, you can score 2 at this point. If you just nose that one, you only score 1. I mean, sorry, you give up 1 if you just nose that. Well, while we're waiting, we could look at all sheets. We can look at sheet A, which is the hammers coming up.
So there's a lot of rocks out in front, but not as many in the house.
Yeah, as last time.
Yeah, so it'll be yellow. Yellow will have hammer here, and they're sitting 1, so they just need to find out how to draw in safely to get another one without bumping that red one back.
It looks like there's a pretty wide lane to draw through on our screen. It'd be on the right side of that sheet.
Yeah. Nobody ever likes throwing near the wall like that, but this time you got to do it. That's probably why all the rocks are on the non-wall side of that.
Yeah. The rocks, at least it seems, like they get sucked towards the wall.
Or sometimes the wall's just really slow.
And it looks like here on our feature sheet, they are going for the double for hammer.
Yep, so hammer first on sheet B, and then hammer on sheet C.
That is not going to get a double. That's going to be a 1-point steal.
Well, they're improving. It wasn't 4 this time.
Sheet A, here's the draw, and just did it full white. Stop and full white, and we got 2.
That is 2. So that ties up the game over on sheet A.
That was a nice little wraparound there.
Okay.
Sheet D, they're lining up the hammer.
Yep.
And it looks like a pretty simple house there.
Yep.
Where it's just sitting 1, and so it'll just be a draw for 2 attempt.
Yep. Touch white for 2. Over on sheet D to finish up the 3rd end.
So it'll be it's Emily English, right? Emily English throwing the hammer here on sheet D.
Yep.
And it looks like they are going for a hit.
Sweeping it really hard. Allison and Stacy are really out front in those brooms.
Maybe not.
No, they don't need a hit.
Draw.
This is just a draw. Yep.
Right past it.
They've got it right there. That's 2 points for Team English to tie the game.
Exciting. Got two games tied. These are really tight.
Okay, feature sheet. Looks like it'll be a draw in if it's not too heavy. It's going to be in, I think. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming in.
Nope, it's going to die out front.
It's going to be dying. Okay, yep. Look at that. Very
Oh,
tight
my
guard.
goodness.
That's right exactly where he wanted. That's where he was holding his ground.
Okay, Mike's calling for the draw behind the red guard.
And we got Mike versus Michael as the skips here on sheet B.
Lori in her very colorful hat. She's very color coordinated today. We got Kyle all in black. Furious sweeping.
Try to get that.
Pull it in as far as they can. Try to get it to curl behind the red.
Well, it's not going to curl, but it'll, it'll be counting, and that's okay when you're up by that much. Just get something in.
Yep. Make it harder for Tata and Cheerio.
Gonna forego the hit yet. Just try to draw in behind their guard.
I think that'll stop in the house. Yeah, it's
Oh,
about T weight.
nicely behind
Yep, that
the
perfect
yellow
throw.
guard.
Really, that's the best I could do.
Yep. Looks like Parent Trap is looking to draw in around the opposite side of where they went the last time.
Yeah, put another one in that's out counting that yellow. Because right now red's shot. No, yellow is shot. Yeah, yellow is shot.
Yeah. Just by a smidgen. So they're on the guard. It sounds like they might be doing a little bump in. Oh, so that is biting.
From this angle, it looks like the red is actually the shot rock.
It does. I don't know if they had a measurement last game, but those are always exciting to see.
Yes, I believe there was a measurement in the last draw.
So Mike Dunnam wants to peel the guard, the yellow guard.
As one of our younger commentators would say, crash, bang, boom. During shorties, Ken and I got to commentate with a first grader, and he was very entertaining and actually very knowledgeable about curling.
And most importantly, he always told me I was right, so that was a.
Yes, I loved it. He would be like, so what do you think, Jennifer?
Okay, they peeled the guard as planned, then they put up a center red guard, which the other Mike would like to get rid of.
Yep. So looking at where he wants to put the broom.
Yes, so he wants to hit that red one out and roll the yellow one over back to where that other taken out yellow guard was.
So it's to get rid of a guard and put a guard back up.
Yep.
Move the rocks around.
Looks like it might work. Well, how much of that red is it getting?
A
I
smidge
think
wide.
not quite enough, yeah.
Oh,
no. Okay, not that. That's not what they wanted. I guarantee it.
I ended up knocking one of those red guards into 12 foot and
Yeah.
bumping up the shot rock to the 8 foot.
And they got rid of their yellow that was counting, so that was obviously not one of the plans.
So parent
Then
trap.
over on sheet C, we've got a lot of guards, only 2 rocks in the house, so it looks like we're on skip rocks over there, so.
Parent trap drawing another rock in here. It's not going to bury completely, but
Good way just to make curl as much as they probably would have liked.
yeah, so
It's very exposed, so
even
it's
if
very hittable.
Tata and Cheerio knows that one, they're still not going to be counting, so. But you need to hit
Yeah.
it. That's all you got.
They don't really have a choice. Trying to go around all the guards on sheet C there. Following the rock down. It looks like it's pretty heavy. That one might be through.
I think it'll get a piece of the red one, but it might just bump it in and bury it. Yeah, not going well for Tata and Cheerio here. Best you can say is it opens up that draw path a little bit, but Mike doesn't want that draw path open, so.
So try to plug that up.
Plug it up. Top house, even higher, even a guard's fine. Just block
Yeah.
that draw path.
They're playing the scoreboard now.
Not that he's too worried about the scoreboard.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he just needs to junk it up
Yep.
and just keep
And
the
any-
pass out of the way.
Any rock that's in front of the tee line's a good thing.
Beautiful shot.
Looks like that'll clog up that draw path very effectively.
Yep. Yeah, makes it impossible to draw
And
for the
it's
button.
biting, so
Not that really matters at this point, but the point is there's no way to get to the button. So you need
calling for it
to
to
hit
take
it.
out.
At this point, I would maybe try to take out both those red guards, or well, the
Yeah.
guard and biter, just because you need to open as much space as possible in order to have a chance to draw for one on your hammer.
Sheet C, our PI1 is sitting 2.
And they have hammered this end.
Yeah. So we're down to the last 2 skip rocks. Well, they moved some rocks around on sheet B, but
Red is still sitting too,
yeah.
and it's well protected.
So this is Mike's last shot, right? Or no?
Yep. So if this was time for yellow's shot, what would you want? And then what does Mike want to do? I mean, there might still be a draw. Actually, there probably is still a draw path to count at this point.
Yeah.
It looks
So-
like Mike has 2 more stones. I
Yeah.
think they're starting skips rocks.
Okay, gotcha.
I think that one was hiding a little bit.
Yeah, it's hard to see all the way down
Yep.
to the other
yeah.
end.
Yeah, I was miscounting too. You're right. They're just starting skip rocks.
It was well camouflaged
Yeah,
behind the other red
Sure
rock.
yeah, they
was.
had them all lined up perfectly.
I didn't even notice till they moved one into the hack.
It's easier to tell what rocks they are when they're down here near us.
I guess we should have been paying attention to the skips, not the rocks. Okay, so basically there is still a draw path to count, so that Mike's trying to block that draw
Okay,
path now.
I think this is hammer on sheet C.
Yes, it will be.
Okay, thank you, Dylan.
Yep.
And yeah, they got a lot going on there.
Yeah, Chris is going to be coming in with a little bit of a heavy draw to bump onto that one in the back 12.
Oh, yeah,
to score a 3.
Because that one is sitting second right now.
Yes. So RPI is looking at a heavy draw for 3 on sheet C, which I know Chris is capable of. He's my skip on Wednesday nights.
Oh, excellent.
So on sheet B, Mike Dunnam got just what he wanted, blocking that draw path. He didn't care about getting another counter in. He just wanted to block the draw path. So what's left for Michael Greene is hit that yellow back and hope something good happens.
All right, so C is just, on sheet C, the yellow is just coming into view.
Ooh, he is not going to grab that.
No, that's going to be wide.
Oh,
that was
just
so
missed.
close.
So 1 yellow still.
Yep.
Yep, 1 yellow.
So it's not bad. They're still going up another point. Takes a 4-1 lead over. So it's team over team. It's team RPI over team Bomber. Takes a. I got that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do we still have our folks online that are rooting for Team Bomber?
And it looks,
I'm sure we do.
Yeah, they're only down by 3.
Yeah. No, it's still early.
Yep.
and it looks like over on sheet D, there's only 2 rocks in the house, both red, both Team English, and 3 rocks left in the end.
Also 3 rocks left on sheet A, so we'll be getting back to those sheets at some point.
All right, here we go.
Michael Greene's trying to run back the yellow. Is he even going to get a piece of it? I don't think so.
Oh,
I
it's
think he's gonna hit
curling
the
way wide.
red. Okay.
Oh.
Well,
It looks like they knocked another red into.
Yep. So red's now sitting 3.
These red rocks are sticking around, man. They
Yep.
just do not want to leave.
obviously, it just must be the color. It's our fault for assigning the colors. Tata Cheerio didn't have a chance, right?
I'm sure that's what they'll say.
Oh, on sheet D, we had a yellow rock flash through. So status quo, they're still sitting 2 red for Team English. Michael's last rock.
So Mike Dunnam just again trying to do basically the same throw he threw last time, I believe. Yep, pretty much the same throw as last time.
And it looks like that might be counting
Yep.
as a 4th red.
So they're trying to get 4 in each end. Is that their goal? Oh no, they only got 1 in the last end. So.
So this is their hammer, and
Okay.
Tata Cheerio.
Michael Greene says there's a triple there, but even if he got the triple, it wouldn't help.
Yeah. I think at this point he's looking at damage control. Trying to prevent them from getting another super big end.
Yeah, so he's looking at hitting that rock, the shot rock, and if he noses that one, he would be shot. So it's a little hard to get to nose because of just where that yellow, their own yellow rock is, but.
Stranger things have happened, Ken.
Well, he doesn't have to get quite to nose. He has to be almost nose.
Yeah.
And at the right weight that it doesn't spill out.
Yeah. Yeah, he just needs it to stick around.
And he only needs to move that red rock back like 2 or 3 feet. It doesn't have to get hit out.
Yeah. Doesn't need to hit it super hard. got a curl. There it goes, there it goes.
Ooh, it's curling too much.
Ooh, made it past.
Oh, he got his one.
Beautiful
Oh
rock.
my gosh.
He got his
what
point.
What a clutch shot.
No,
Oh, they're
shaking hands.
They're shaking hands.
He got his point. Now I can shake hands.
Good job, guys. That was a really impressive final rock. They were up against 4 again.
Go ahead and hand me those brackets.
Yes.
So it looks like Parent Trap will advance to the B finals
Yep.
at 1 p.m. if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Yes. Oh, looks like we missed the end of the 4th end.
Oh, on sheet
on sheet D.
sheet
And
A
sheet D.
just finished. So sheet A, yellow scored 1. And
Okay.
that is team
Band of Johnsons.
Band of Johnson scored 1.
So they are up by 1 against Team Greck.
Both teams having a couple Potomac players on them, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Team Parent Trap will play the winner of our game on sheet D between Team English and Team Board Games Weight. They haven't hung their score. We missed what it was to finish the 4th. We'll get that.
We'll keep an eye out for that.
Yep.
We had some other excitement we were watching at that time.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and refocus to our alternate feature game over on sheet C for the remainder of our coverage.
Oh, and it looks like they just hung the score on sheet D.
Oh.
And it looks like Team English scored 3.
Wow. That puts them up 6-3 after 4 ends.
Yeah. It was a big end for them.
Oh,
Oh,
they might have
nice
a double on
double. Yep, that's coming out. Well done.
So what are we throwing the 5th red rock on sheet B will be next?
Yes.
It's a little wide.
He's gonna get a piece of it.
He's going to remove that yellow.
And spells out.
I'm
Shooter
sure they
spells
would.
out.
I'm sure they would have preferred the shooter to stay in, but
Yeah, they would have liked
least-
to have a nice split house there,
yeah.
but
But at least they got the yellow out.
So
Job half done.
Chris is just calling a takeout on the red rock that is remaining.
at this point, get rid of anything red.
Probably get rid of everything in the house, period.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
He would,
Oh, he wouldn't mind his own rock on the button, probably, but
sure.
Paul putting the scraper out on the ice, so chill it down for the next draw, for the next scrape before the next draw, before the final draw, I should say. Okay, red rock is gone, yellow spins
Nicely
to
in
the
the
middle.
4.
Yep, back 4. It's a great takeout for Team RPI.
Okay, so Bomber wants to freeze on the yellow, I guess. Since he has nothing to hide behind, that's your best chance of scoring is to freeze onto something. It's a little wide and heavy, I believe. Yep, not going to do it.
So, Lena, what happens if there's no rocks in the house?
If there are no rocks in the house, then they blank the end, which means nobody scores. And in addition to that, the team that had hammer on the previous end will keep that hammer. So sometimes in a really close game or highly competitive games, blanking an end is an advantage because you keep hammer instead of taking 1 point.
So Chris is just wants to freeze his yellow rock to his other yellow rock.
I think now would be a really great time to mention that the Potomac Curling Club is an all-volunteer club, so everything from ice maintenance to the folks who handle the bar, who handle the kitchen, your commentators. You know, we had people bringing in baked goods, people helping to clean up and make sure that all of our out-of-town guests had what they needed. So thank you to everybody who has volunteered for the Bonspiel, and Bill, who has helped coordinate everything. He's done an excellent job.
You mean the club didn't pay you a couple $1,000s to be here like me?
Man.
It sounds like we're getting rugged.
So beautiful guard there on sheet C. They didn't really want the guard, but it blocks the hit.
Yes,
but
yeah. And again, I will mention that, you know, Ken definitely has done more than his share of helping with keeping our audio and video system. I personally think one of the best in the country. So I've watched some other feeds, and they're good, they're great, but Ken has done an exceptional job here.
So again, call here is just like last time. They're trying to freeze onto that shot yellow. And this time they even have a guard if they manage to get in there. It's definitely looking better than the other one.
They're sweeping. Oh, everybody's sweeping.
Yeah, so it's a beautiful line, but it just not quite enough weight.
He did freeze, but just to the wrong rock.
Yeah. So I presume Chris will just want to clear something here. Is that right? Does he want to hit something? Or since he's shot, maybe he just wants to guard. Yeah, I guess he just wants to guard.
Yeah, because he's still sitting 2.
Yeah, that's true.
And I wanted the crash, boom, bang.
So basically a guard that freezes on to his other guard. Well, not really a guard. Top 12, not counting rock. Or if he comes in top 8 would be good too.
So we got a really fast rock coming down on sheet D there.
It's like a nice hit.
Yep.
From
Red.
yellow on
Onto the
sheet
red.
D.
Yeah, on sheet D. Red rock is gone.
So Chris's rock is going to be probably curling a little more than he wanted, but it definitely helps block that draw path. So his shot rock is pretty well guarded now. I think you could still get to it with just the right weight. I think the draw is still there. Yeah, the draw's still there just as much as it was before, really.
The other thing it does is it takes away a lot of the line for a raise on that red.
Yeah. Yeah,
that would have been.
It would have been hard to. Yeah, it would have been hard to do anything with that red anyway, because the way it's frozen to the yellow one. So yep, so they're still trying again for the draw.
Nice hit on sheet D to take out the shot rock, but they also seem to knock out one of their own.
Well, so this is hammer actually on sheet C, so it's basically trying a draw for one. So he just needs to, doesn't worry about burying it, just needs to get it anywhere full red will do.
Yeah, or touch the button, which not always the easiest thing to do.
Draw weight can be a very elusive thing.
You're yelling you in on 2 different sheets. Hard to tell who's yelling for what here. So is that red rock too heavy?
Looking good so far, but it does.
Just gotta come in.
Oh,
that is
it's
one.
One red.
Excellent. Excellent shot there. Well done.
Saves the end, keeps him in the game.
Yeah, this is a really nice, tight game. Anything can happen. And again, as Ken mentioned, there is no time limit for the semifinals, so they can play their full 8 ends. And if at the 8th end they're in a tie, they get to play another one.
Well, we might as well take a look at the other sheets while we're waiting for them to get started here.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so on sheet A, we're flying 2 yellows for Bander Johnsons.
And there's still 4 rocks left to play, so skip rocks coming up on sheet A.
On sheet D, it looks like they're just starting skip rocks as well. Emily English is in the hack, getting ready to throw on D, so
Like
rock is released.
Trying to take out that yellow
counter.
counter.
It's a pretty fast rock. This is definitely a hit.
Sheet D here we're talking about.
Yes. And she's going to get...
Oh!
But she gets the 2 yellows in the back and sticks around to bite. I'm sure she can get the yellow counter with her next shot.
That's one where it's like, I don't hate it.
Yeah.
It wasn't plan A, but it didn't, you know, it wasn't horrible. Okay, on sheet C, we've got some Fury sweeping. It's going to be a guard.
Tap the red back a little bit here on sheet C. So red sitting 1. Exposed, so I think the call is going to be to hit. Yep, hit the red, try to cross the nose and bury the shooter. Looking pretty good.
Coming in fast and furious.
Definitely got the hit. I think it'll roll some. Roll too much.
Oh, that is rolling out.
No, that's going to stick around.
It did stick around.
Oh my gosh, I got some backspin on it, and it kind of came back toward us. So.
And it looks like over on sheet D, Emily English is throwing her final rock.
I believe that is that the hammer on A as well?
No,
it's not the hammer.
They got 2 rocks left on A.
So
and Emily's is her last rock, but yellow has hammer, so we have 1 more rock on D.
This is the hammer over on D.
Yes. Oh no, there's a
No,
yellow
there's a
rock
yellow
left.
rock over
Yellow
there.
rock left
Oh.
on D.
I've been doing that all morning where I get the think
You're
the
all
wrong
right.
team has hammer.
I can see a yellow rock, so unless they
Ooh.
plan on not
Yeah, so
throwing
the red
it.
rock overcurled on sheet D, so
Okay.
leaves yellow.
Sheet C, we've got
Yellow is sitting.
The yellow sitting 1 on sheet D, is that right?
That it looks.
Yes,
Yes.
but they have an open hit for 3.
Open hit for 3 and then that third one in the back, yeah.
Yep.
So they could tie up the score if they make that hit.
Yes.
all right, on sheet C, we've got a rock coming in furious from RPI 1.
Trying another hit and roll, they'll get the hit. Actually, the hit's not bad, and they've got the
And
split house. They,
That is a great roll.
Oh, yeah, they are.
with
sitting
hammer,
on-
that's a good place to be.
Yeah, they're
Yes.
sitting opposite sides of the 12-foot.
That is almost as split as you can get.
Yeah.
No doubling that.
No.
Okay, over on sheet A, this is the last yellow. Yes, the last
Yep.
yellow coming in right now on sheet A.
And yellow's got 3 in the house.
So
and
it's
red
just going to be a
Hammer,
guard. So
yeah.
they're just trying to guard all their 3 there.
Hammer's coming in on D. They're trying to hit that red.
Ooh, I don't
Oh,
think they're
no,
going to
no,
get
no,
it.
no, they're totally flashing that.
Oh, no,
Oh,
they did get it.
no!
Oh, but they spill out.
But they
so
spill.
still get 2.
They get their 2.
So they don't quite tie it, but they do pull to being only down by 1.
Oh my gosh, I thought that one was going right by. and
I
he
did
just-
too, but it curled a little bit at the end.
Yeah,
So-
they just. Sometimes all you need is just that sliver, and
Mm-hmm.
So sheet A, it'll be red with hammer. So they're just trying to come down to that yellow one on the button and just down weight like a backline sort of hit to tap back that yellow and stick around to count.
yeah. Yeah, they're looking at 3 yellows in the house right now, so Jeff has got.
Are they lining up a run back?
Yeah, they're looking at that. I don't know why they're doing that.
gosh.
That would be
It looks like
not a great choice.
they should be able
That's
to
a
get
Saturday morning choice when you just want to try the crazy
that.
shots.
Yeah, they moved the broom out, so they're just
Okay.
going for the hack sort of weight or backline
It
weight.
doesn't hurt to look at things. You got to consider all your options, but that is
Yeah.
not the best option at
Yeah,
this
it's going
point
to be
in
about
time.
backline weight that they're shooting for to get that yellow little tap back. They just need to move it a foot.
Yeah, on sheet C, RPI is going to try to bump their yellow back in, but they're not going to get
They're
it.
on the red.
But it's going to not move enough to make a difference yet,
Yeah.
because it's hard to tell if it's even biting or not, but it's definitely still
Yeah.
yellow's still sitting too.
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
Okay, sheet A. This is hammer on sheet A. The red, again, trying the kind of the
All
back
right, Jeff,
line
let's
weight.
go. You've got this.
Well, they're past the guard.
I
He's
just
got
want
a curl now.
Yeah, I just want to see a really good shot here. Oh.
Got a curl.
It's looking pretty good.
No, it's not
Not,
going to get enough bump, though.
not quite.
That's 1.
But they
Oh.
cut them down.
Yeah, they cut him
Yeah.
down to the 1.
It
Yep.
was really good attempt.
Yeah.
Almost there. So
They were
sheet C, just another top house rock coming in here. Another, okay.
It's definitely biting now,
yeah,
but
but still not
still-
out counting yellow. But
right.
Looks like Chris is calling for the tap raise, so they're just going to keep moving those rocks out of the top of the house and see if they can get her from right outside the house and try to get them in the house. So,
So is he going to try doubling out 2 reds here? I think.
I think he might be.
oh, yes. Yeah, that's definitely hit weight.
Now they got 1. I think they're okay with that.
Yep.
Okay, so Team Bomber looking at, he's trying to determine whether it's hack or backline weight to throw at this.
Yeah, basically tap yellow into red.
Yep.
Get their
See if they can get into count. Because it doesn't take much in order to get it all the way to shot. The shot rock's still in the middle of the 12-foot.
So far
Out on that left edge.
line looks pretty good. The weight looks okay. I think it might work. Keep sweeping, keep sweeping.
Ooh, it's over curling.
Oh, oh,
And
and it
that's-
bumps another yellow
This is a game where inches and
in. Yeah, the
matter.
weight was right. If they would have swept a
Yeah.
little bit more or a little
Yeah.
earlier, they.
And now Chris is looking at using his yellow to punch that red out entirely. He's calling.
Yeah.
So I know that he made the motion that a lot of people think is board, but for Chris, he actually uses that to indicate control.
Yeah, so basically the same call that was just made, except a lot more weight to punch the red completely out. Okay, this one is going to hit. It's a little wider than they wanted, but I think it'll do the job. Yep.
And yes, it will.
Leaves yellow sitting 4, is it?
No, just
Very.
3.
Ooh, it's hard to tell. That
I
could
think-
be a
Well,
biter.
Yeah.
That's true.
This-
Yep,
this-
the bottom one.
That
It-
could be a biter.
It is definitely biting. If it looks like it's almost biting on this camera angle, it's definitely biting.
That is true.
And Ken would know.
So yeah, I would say at
Yeah.
the very least, red has to act as if it is biting.
Yeah. And with this, yeah, it looks like it's
But
there.
yeah. Okay, so red looks like they're lining up to try to.
Take those 2 out along the side.
Yeah.
Or are they just trying to bump back the red one into counting? I'm not sure. What weight is he?
I guess we'll know when he throws it. If it's heavy, it's
Yeah.
a hit. If it's not, it's a tap. I think he's going for the hit.
Oh, over on sheet D, there's an absolute wall of rocks in front of the house.
On D.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I couldn't see them from where my angle was. All right, here we go.
Well, it is hit weight, so so they just
Yeah.
like to
And
hit
it's-
yellow and
And
roll
it's
in.
going the
It's-
right direction, so.
Yeah, it's not well.
It's gonna get one.
Oh.
Yeah, that does
Oop.
not help them at all.
And that red rock coming in was actually from sheet D, so we'll ignore that.
A rogue rock.
That is something that happens from time to time on club sheets where we don't have a
Definitely-
divider.
Yeah, you definitely have to be spatially aware.
So Chris is looking at what? Tapping back something yellow? Is he, or drawing the middle? Maybe guarding the center draw, I think. So just anything guarding the draw line down the
Yeah,
center?
I think he's probably looking to probably drop it right on the center line as a nice tight 3 guard to take away the draw path between his yellows and the red center line.
Yeah, I mean,
Center
ideally it
guard.
would be overlapping the center red a little bit to avoid the tap back too. So either
Yes.
right behind the center, I'd like it right behind the red one, but in front of slightly in front of the red one would be good too. That's pretty heavy. That's not going to be a light guard.
No, you're right.
He's tapping back something yellow.
Must be.
Oh no, it's really
dying.
dying. Look at
It's
that.
dying.
And the sweeper
And it's
jumps on.
curling. It's curling toward the reds.
Oh, I would
Maybe
stop
they'll get a
sweeping.
roll.
Okay, well, right where they want it.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
No exciting end there, but yes.
They don't want to bump those reds in. So is that okay? So that's not hammer.
No, that was the Skip's first rock for this
So
sheet.
so real quick, Bo was asked who's commentating this morning. So Jennifer Skidmore's here.
Lena Hornline is here.
Ken Clark over here. And on the controls.
Is Dylan. Yeah, Bo said he recognized Ken. We all recognize Ken's voice because he does a lot of commentating. Very knowledgeable.
And Lena hasn't been doing enough to, for first time Lena commentator. You need to talk a little more there, Lena. Say something.
She explained all about the blank end. She did a great job.
She's just not as chatty as I expect her to be, that's all.
Oh,
It's different in real life, right, Ken?
she's plenty chatty.
Being a little shy here on the mics.
All right, so this will be Team Bomber's last rock for this end. And they've got to make something happen here.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're looking at giving Team RPI an even bigger lead than they already have.
Yep.
This one looks a lot better than the last one. If they can hold the line. Hold the line. Uh-oh. Is it going to flash?
No,
they got it.
Might get a roll.
Oh, my. That
Let's
is
see if it'll stick
No.
around.
Stay.
It's going to stick around. But
Sit.
Okay.
It looks like
keeping
there's-
themselves alive here.
So Chris has a couple options here. I think one of the first ones he's going to look at is a tap raise on that center line guard. Yep. As you can tell,
I was like, Dylan knows Chris's MO here.
I've been
Knows how he thinks.
I've been curling with him for 2 years now between Thursday night and Cap League.
Okay.
So
Well, while they're thinking about it, why don't we look at all the other sheet, A and D. So they can see the little phalanx of guards on sheet D, but now they are guarding two.
It looks like there's
What's
Peel and a
left?
guard on sheet D. Team English is.
Yep.
I think this is George.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh, they just.
okay, well,
That was.
overall it's still just yellow
Hit
sitting
on-
one,
Hit
but
there on sheet A. Rolls the yellow into count, counting
Nice
position.
job.
I think, or maybe it rolled a little farther. No, still counting.
so Team Board Games Wade is going to try to just block some stuff up to, or maybe even draw in to sit two.
Yeah,
See if
they're-
they can get the steal because Team English has hammer over on sheet D this end.
Okay.
And it looks like they're up one
Yeah,
in the score.
they are.
Yeah, so Team Board Games Wade is really looking to steal here. To either tie or if they can get the two,
Yeah.
they would really love that.
So both the draw attempts both on sheets A and D now.
And we've got hammer on sheet C coming in from Chris.
All right,
Oh,
Chris.
on A, okay, a hit on A to try to get that red rock out. They didn't hit it well enough. It is not guarded now, at least. So I'm sure that'll be a hit. Greg is calling for the. That's.
Oh,
Oh,
Chris
sorry.
jams on
Yeah.
his other yellow. So that's a 1-point steal for Team Bomber on sheet C. Team Bomber pulls to be down one after 6 end.
Close
So-
game.
So on sheet D, they have 3 rocks left. Sheet A, they have 5 rocks left.
Jeff is calling for the hit over on A.
Yeah. So what Jeff wants is he wants to hit that yellow out a little bit on the across nose, and then roll their red to guard their other red. So shot red. Now, right now it might be a little wide, so is it gonna jam? Oh!
Oh, that
Near
was
miss.
so
Yeah.
close.
So
Almost took
didn't
out
roll the side he
shooter.
wanted, but it luckily.
Well,
the
he
shot
did-
rod stuck
Yeah,
around.
he didn't hit the shot either.
Yeah.
That was a very close call.
but it does leave his shot rock wide open for a hit.
And if a successful hit is made, then and it sticks around, yellow might be sitting 3.
Yep.
Cheat A.
Okay, Team English is coming in with a draw here, but it's a little up weight,
Yeah, that's heavy.
and that is not going to help them.
Matter of
That
fact, all the way
out.
through.
Yep. All right, so we're down to the last rocks on sheet D.
hit on C, get that out of the house.
Yeah, I don't think Team Bomber intended to have that float into the house
Yeah.
with that first stone of theirs. Because they're still in a position where they want to steal, and starting that way is not the way to steal.
Okay, here on sheet A, they got a hit and
shot.
roll. It didn't roll as much as they would have liked.
But that leaves Bandit Johnson sitting 3 right now.
So Jeff going for the hit and roll, hope to get past the nose this time.
It looks like Team Greg has hammer, so that's good for red.
Okay, Team Board Games Way had a nice draw there on D, right to the T line and the forefoot. But with it being that far out, Team English is probably going to look to use that as, maybe throw a heavy draw so they can sit right where on top of it and push it out a little bit to take 1. Because this is going to be the hammer on D.
Got a lot of folks writing in, rooting for Team Bomber. Thank you for chatting with us.
Oh, that was a nice throw on C to split the house.
And on sheet A, this is Jeff's hit, which is coming in right, pretty much where he wanted. He was hoping to cross nose, but he gets the yellow out is the important part.
Yep.
It would have been pretty hard to cross nose and get the yellow out with that with that guard up there.
So they are forcing Bandit Johnsons to have to try to hit that. So it is exposed. It's a very doable shot.
Yeah, might.
Oh, Team
risk
English
of jamming on the one and back.
did exactly
Ooh.
what they needed.
Nice shot.
Oh, my
they,
goodness.
They take the force, but that is what they needed to do there to escape giving up 2 points. And now they are up by 2 going into the 7th end.
So on sheet A, are we hammer? No, red has hammer. So this is the last yellow rock on sheet A. So again, just trying to hit Jeff's rock that he just put there. And not jam. So he really needs to hit this nose.
Okay, Team RPI took out the red that was sitting there.
Okay.
That leaves them sitting 1.
Nice nose hit. So.
Yellow sitting 3 again on sheet A.
Yep. So the best Jeff can do on sheet A is to nose this. If he noses it, he does get 1.
Yep.
Hit and stick.
If it jams, even if the yellow jams, as long as the red sticks there,
Yep.
He would still get 1.
Yeah.
So he's not worried about the jamming, except that if he hits too narrow, too little of the yellow rock, it might spill out. But solid hit. Okay, hammer in motion on A.
This is the hammer, so this is the final rock. And 6.
It's got a curl, it's got a curl.
Oh, come on.
Well, they get the yellow, but red spills and leaves yellow sitting.
Oh,
Looks like
still
3.
sitting 3.
3. That's not looking good for Jeff.
Yeah.
It's a really good attempt. That rock just slid out a little too much. It did not.
But Jeff wants to give it another end. I think. No? Is he shaking? Oh, they're shaking hands actually on sheet A.
All right, so on sheet A, it was a final score of
7 to 2.
7 to 2 in favor of Bandit Johnson. So. And that was a C event semifinal, correct, Dylan?
Yes.
Okay.
So they will play the winner of our game here on sheet C.
Nice draw.
Okay, Chris calling firm weight here.
All right, that's definitely a heavy weight coming down on C. Looks like we're just trading hits right now on sheet C.
Yep, which Chris is fine with for now. But that is a flash, and that is not what Team Bomber wanted right there, because now that leaves Chris a position to have 2 rocks in the house.
Yep.
And if he can leave them in the right place, he can prevent having a double available and be in a good position. Rocks coming in nicely.
Oh, nice.
It's going
hit.
to,
Oh.
it's moving, and that is going
no,
to
no.
spill all the way out. So now we are looking at.
That's unfortunate. That's going to give them another shot at that yellow rock and clear the house out.
Yeah, so now we're down to skips rocks. So this is very likely, or at least it's looking like this could end with a blank here in the 7th.
It does. The hit game. They keep trading hits.
Yep. Especially if this spills, I would imagine Chris is going to, well, yeah. Chris is definitely going to look to leave a stone with his next one, but regardless of what happens, but I have a hard time believing that this is going to end a way other than a blank, at least intentionally.
This looks like it's
looking good.
It's a nice nose.
But they're sticking.
Yep. So Chris will just play the hit again. And at this point, he's not going to care if it spills out or not.
Yep.
Because he's playing for the blank to keep the hammer for the 8th end. Because that is definitely something he would prefer to have.
Yeah, he'd rather have it spill out or at least spill to the side, if not completely out.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to leave anything guarding the center.
So Lena, why do they wipe the bottom of the rocks?
Well, the bottom of the rocks can pick up little pieces of debris, and when the rock is sliding down the sheet, if there's debris on the bottom, it can send it off course.
Okay, that's got some good weight behind it.
Yep, that should be peel it.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
my
Oh.
gosh.
Just
That
didn't move,
is-
it just stayed straight.
Yeah, that is not what he wanted there.
That was an unfortunate miss.
Okay, so that changes things up a little bit. So Team Bomber is now going to look to capitalize on this, split the house, and see if they can get a steal or force the one. But even the force of one still is not a bad result for Team RPI, because that would put them up by 2.
Going into the last end.
Right.
Yeah.
And while that's not, it's not always ideal, it's not a bad position to be in.
No. So on Vice's rocks over on D.
And it looks like on D, only yellow rocks are in the house,
Yep.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that red looks like it's a guard. It seems so far away. I need my
Well, it is.
binoculars.
It is over 150 feet away, so.
You might as well go. Let's go for the 50% house view. As she
Oh, yeah.
watch sheet D.
There we go.
That George Shirk just threw a hit attempt on the yellow, and I think it's successful.
Nice.
Yep, that was
That leaves
Nice
Team
shot,
English
George.
sitting 1. Looks relatively exposed from the inside, though. Maybe.
Team Bomber taking a little bit of time to discuss this shot.
This is where if you're watching professional curling, they'd be taking a time out.
Yeah, especially since he's discussing it with his sweepers. His vice is already lined up the ice and everything.
next draw is not till final draw is not till 1 p.m. and they got time for a scrape in between here.
Yep.
Yep. All right, lots of hollering on sheet D there. Should see the rock coming into view in just a moment.
It's going to be coming down the center line, coming out towards the shot rock. Oh, but it hits the guards.
So leaves
The
red
guards
sitting 1.
Giving Team English the opportunity to
Get a
protect?
second one in?
Yeah.
Or maybe top house or
The
they don't
guard,
need 2 really. I guess
the guards
And
did
they
their
would steal.
job.
they're happy with a steal of 1. Yeah.
Okay, so Team Bomber came in and they have 2 rocks that are right next to each other. You see on the bottom of the left side of the screen.
So double would be precision to get a double.
challenging. But
Yeah.
we saw one of those shots earlier today.
You
on
really have to hit
TV.
both of them at
Yeah.
the same time.
And that's what he's going to try to do here. He's lining up for that.
So we had a question in the chat. Does anyone know what happened to the people from Roanoke Valley? Do we know which team
yeah,
they were?
that was me.
Oh, that was you. So Ken, why don't you give them an update?
Is he talking about the injury or just
No.
how our team did in general?
I think it's just the team in general.
Yeah, sorry. The first 3 games we were up against really good teams, and it showed. We won't talk about them. Fourth game, we were against a pretty good Potomac team. Actually, it was a last-minute entry, which is, as the name implies, it was a Potomac team that got thrown in at the last minute when another team canceled. And they're a pretty good team, but by then our team, so Roanoke Valley is a arena ice, and the lead and second have only played a handful of games before the spiel. And they got a lot better. It was fun playing with watching their team get better with each game. And so by the 4th game, we had a real game going. We got in the 6th end, we were tied. So 7th end, we were down by 1. So playing the 8th end with hammer, down by 1. And unfortunately, their skip had backed up over the hack, tripped, fell, dislocated his shoulder. Then their lead, I think because she saw him get injured, not that she saw it happen, but I think she fainted. And so we had somebody down on both ends of the ice.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, we called that a game at that point. So we didn't get to finish our 8th end.
It sounds like you guys had fun.
We had a real
You learned
game.
a lot.
We got a real game going. So that was That was good. Good way to finish, except the fact that it was a really bad way to finish. So.
But everybody's okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah,
I presume I haven't heard from him today, but it was
Okay.
no head injuries.
Yeah.
This is good.
So just yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
So
not-
we're in the 8th end and on sheet C, and it's tied up. So
Tied going into the 8th, an exciting game.
yes. So this it's a really important end here.
Like this one needs to curl just a little bit more.
And RPI 1 has hammer, so that is an advantage for them.
They,
I wonder if their strategy will be to keep this house open until the end.
well, they certainly did do that just with that first one, because Team Bomber accidentally got that one first, their first rock to bite, so RPI just
Beautiful,
took it out.
beautiful
And
button
for those-
draw on on sheet D.
For those of you who don't know about the free guard zone, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the first 5 stones that are thrown, if they are guards, so not touching the house, then you are not allowed to take those out. So in an end like this, going where it's tied and it's the last end, there could be an advantage to keep the house open, but they were only allowed to take that first rock out because it was indeed touching the house.
That is correct.
So Emily lining up her, this will be the last red rock on sheet D. And so what is can she get to that yellow run? I think she can.
Yeah, it looks like she should be able to get to it. Looks like there's a path through the middle there. The guards seem to be off the center line just a little bit.
So it looks like maybe a heavy draw, bump that yellow back by enough so that she can count.
Yeah. I mean, if she takes it out, she's sitting 3.
Yeah, but you're
bumps
not
it
going to
back
get
just
enough. Yeah,
enough.
you're not going to get enough one weight to get it completely out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright,
that's
let's
over
see what
curling, and
Yep,
happens.
that is
yep, it's on the...
Got a little tick.
Oh,
Oh.
this might work out just fine.
Okay, nothing wrong with that. Cutting them down to 1,
Yep.
and then they would get hammer up by 1 with hammer for the 8th end. So yeah,
Not
nothing
a
wrong with
bad
that.
position.
No.
all right.
Here we go. Team Bomber Rock heading into the house here.
So very slow takeout, a little bump, a little roll, a little too much roll.
More
Oh,
roll
Not
than
quite
what they.
sitting shot.
Chris was all over that. That
Yep.
was really good reaction from the skip there. Because, in this game, inches matter. So if you're not paying attention or you're not focused, sometimes that can do you in.
Keeping the Team Bomber fans on their edge of their webcast viewer
Yeah, I
seats.
know. Yep, we've got some people definitely cheering for Team Bomber here.
And anybody for RPI on the chat or the other teams?
All right, so Team Board Games weight is held to only 1, which gives Team English the hammer while up by 1 point in the 8th end.
All right, well, this could be a very exciting end as well.
Okay, hit
All right.
attempt coming in
my
on
gosh,
sheet C.
that is parking lot weight.
Are they just trying to peel the guard?
And
Oof.
there it goes.
Well, they replaced it with another one, which is not what they wanted.
Sure. But I think they'd prefer it to their own color versus.
Yep, at least
Yeah, if that gets bumped in, that
it's one less red rock that could count for something. So.
Yep.
exactly.
Because with the hammer, Team RPI can just keep removing red rocks.
We need to
They only need to take the 1 at the end.
refresh the view on sheet D so it switches cameras.
Oh, yes. There we go. We're not going to see any rocks on that side of the ice yet because they're going to be throwing guards first couple
Yeah.
of rocks. But here comes.
Lots and lots of guards are a good thing.
This is a little more down weight hit.
Looks like it's curling. It's going to get there.
But it is also going to roll out.
Looks like it'll stick around, though.
Nope. That one rolled out of the house.
And
It's
the
still in-
yellow
Oh,
stayed.
the other rock will stick around.
Oh,
Yeah.
yellow. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the shooter.
Yeah, Dylan,
I did too.
At this point, Dylan, you might as well go to the 50% near far view, because then we can at least see a little more about both sheets.
That is not an option I have available anymore.
Oh, is that not? Oh, great. We don't have those cameras on sheet D. Sorry. I knew better than that.
I think that's something to put on your list there, Ken, for the
Yeah.
next upgrade.
I do have cameras, but it just doesn't seem worth putting them up there.
All right, Furious sweeping on sheet C here. Looks like they're just trying to get another guard in there.
I think that's what
Well, I
they
don't know.
intended, but
That is what happens.
Again, what you plan for and what actually happens can sometimes be very different.
So, Bomber trying to draw in.
Yep. So just for folks' situational awareness, we do have guards in front of the house in sheet D, so
It looks like on the left of the center line.
looks like we'll actually see this one coming into frame.
yep. Emily has asked for that one to be in the house, so
Here it
look.
is.
there we go.
Draw
Feel-
attempt for Celi was a little bit, draw attempt for Bomber, was a little bit narrow, but it's still, it's a good place. It guards their shot rock.
So
Chris is, yep.
yeah, Chris is calling for a draw from the other side. We've got a hit coming down on sheet D, so that should be coming into view momentarily. Oh, they're calling the sweepers off, so it must be offline there. And yeah, that's
It's slowing,
Yeah,
but-
it's slowing down. I thought that was a hit when it came out, but
That is going to be the shot rock.
excellent.
Let's see if it gets buried quite enough.
All right. And sheet C.
Bumps onto the other ones, but it is not going to be shot.
Yeah, it looks like the red one is still shot.
But if anybody draws down to that one, they would be shot.
Yes.
So
Freeze. Freeze play.
So either team just trying to get 1 point in this eighth end.
That's all you
on
need
sheet
to
C.
win. It's been a very excellent game from these two teams. We've had some
Man.
excellent pressure shots and
Guard getting removed over on sheet D.
here we go.
Go ahead and switch to this view here for sheet C. Since it's a couple rocks ahead. This is going to be the new shot rock.
Yep. Great draw. It's hittable.
Okay, Chris
But it's
calling
gonna-
hack weight here.
So the chance. So if it jams on anything in back, it'll still be shot rock probably.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
But he's looking like he's trying to clip it out instead of
Maybe
you know,
cross nose of it. Yeah, cross the nose would be.
either cross the nose or get it real thin. This is looking like he wants to go cross nose. Yep, here it comes. That's on the
Oh.
nose. Oh, it's going to jam on his
Oh.
Oh,
Well, at this point, he probably doesn't mind getting rid of some yellow backing it, but still.
Yeah. And it does Ooh, it's hard to tell, but it does look like yellow is shot right now.
Yeah,
I would
it
agree
is.
with
Yellow is
that,
shot,
yeah.
definitely. But pretty much exposed, so you need to hit that out without jamming is the goal. And well, the problem is you want to stick there to guard the the draw. That's the problem, is just hitting it out and spilling isn't going to help.
Yep.
And he can't really cross nose. I don't, well, he may be able to just the right weight, cross the nose, chip it out, and stick. Oh, so now they're looking at Mumby bumping their red back raw. Red. Yeah, I mean that's ideal. That would be ideal if you can get it perfect, but the lead still leaves the yellow run back. So not sure if I like this or not. I guess if you get it, you kind of want it just biting red, maybe.
And it looks like on sheet D, Board Games weight is shot, and Team English's rock is pretty exposed out there on the right side of the center line.
I heard him yell that was normal weight. Sheet D there. Getting rid of some guards.
Yeah, good successful peel. The shooter spilled to the side.
Okay, this is Tony Bomber's first rock in this end.
They're just trying to tap back their own red. I think they need to sweep that, don't they? Well, maybe they were afraid it's too heavy.
It's coming in. Oh, well done, well done.
Okay.
And it's right behind that yellow, so that's
Very well protected.
it's guarded there.
And it's got backing too.
Okay, so what I would expect, yep,
He's going to do the run back,
yeah.
which is a
Chris
good,
is going to
good
raise
play.
his own back.
The question is, how much do you, what weight do you use, and how far back do you want that yellow? Do you want to run it into the red, or do you just want it counting?
So it looks like he's probably thinking, because that's more ice than he needs for even control. So I'm thinking he's
Straight
going.
nose on hit. Yeah,
I'm thinking he's going hack weight to. I don't think he's going straight back. I think
Yeah.
he's actually gonna try to run it to raise it to the pin.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like enough ice to be raising it to the pin. I think maybe he's hoping it just to glance off that red, bump it back a little. Huh, I don't know.
Well, we'll find out soon.
Yep.
Here it goes. Chris is let go of the rock. Sweepers are just escorting it down.
Yeah, it's still pretty wide. It's coming, it's moving. It's not looking bad. A little tap on the red.
Oh
There
my
it is.
gosh.
See?
Chris.
See? And I bet Erik Clausen loves that.
Lots of brooms dropping.
That was a really well executed shot by Chris.
Yeah, that's going to really put the pressure on
Yeah.
Team Bomber here, because that took away a lot of options.
So much backing. It's
Yeah.
Well, the other thing you can't see on the house view is that, you know, there are guards.
yeah, I mean, I
On the
like
center
just
line.
the heavy draw on the
Sort of
on the
following
other
him
side.
down?
No, on the other side. Heavy
the
draw
other
on the
side,
other
yeah.
side. Bump that yellow back a little, and use it as backing actually.
Yeah, that looks like that's what they're trying to line up here.
Yeah, you just want to bump that
But-
yellow an inch. Sit there, shot rock, or maybe 2 inches. Sit there, shot rock,
Yeah, because if you execute that, you'd be sitting on the pin.
and with all kinds of backing. So
Yeah. Looks like we have some people in the chat who are agreeing with that as the appropriate call here.
So he just went at like a back 4 weight.
And we're down to beginning to skips rocks over on sheet D as well. But we'll keep it here on sheet C for this shot in particular, because this is Team Bomber's last rock, so they've got to do something here. If this
They got to make it count.
yeah, if they don't get to shot rock here, then
It's
the
over.
game's over.
I don't know if I can handle that pressure.
Well, that's why I'm not a skip.
Exactly.
I throw lead because then there's no pressure on me.
I like playing lead too because then it's like, okay, I can't mess things up too horribly.
Okay, so this is coming in, but it looks like it
looks
is
like
wide.
it is.
I don't think that's going to curl enough. I think that is
No,
going
that's
to
game.
miss.
That is game.
Yes, that is game. Team
That was
RPI
a great game.
will take the 1 because of the concession,
That is probably one of
and
the
that will be final.
that is probably one of the better games that we've had. That was
Technically,
really
in a pro
great.
game, you would actually have to throw that last rock in order for that end to count. But
Well, so
we're
in this
not.
particular case, because the team,
Oh,
normally that would be the case, but
Oh, but
because
they
it's
can-
necessary
okay.
to break the tie, you score the
Score it.
points as they
Okay.
sit.
Okay, yep.
So
I think now that you mentioned that, I think I have read that somewhere.
yeah. So
Well
I've learned that one from Alan McNeil, as
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually trying to work on getting my certification as well.
All right.
Excellent.
So
Well, exciting
yep.
last end
we'll
on sheet C. So
quickly
what's going on
flip
sheet D
over.
for the last 3 rocks? We got Emily English's first red rock. at
So
the
this
end coming
is-
in.
Everybody's giving
Oh,
it
and that wicks
crashes.
off of a guard. So
huge round of applause for
here's the house view. So as you can see, Team Board Games Weight is still sitting 1, but Team English has the hammer. So we'll see what happens here.
So board games trying to get another rock in, maybe, or at least guarding the draw path.
Oh, let me correct that. We're all the way down to number 8. And we're on yellow's number 8 rock.
Looking like it'll be in, I think.
got enough weight.
Yeah, coming in. Right.
Yeah,
And,
thank
ooh, slowing down.
you. Nice.
That is now counting 2.
Yep.
Okay.
And if you
Alright.
hit that without a double, you're not going to count. So you need to either double.
Well, Team
Or
English is
draw.
up by 1, so
Oh, okay.
they can technically afford to give up 1 here. It would force the extra end, but I think they would prefer not to do that.
So what they're looking at is drawing down to their own. If they land on their own red, on the inside of their own red, they'll all count out out count the yellows. So a heavy draw across the nose of their own red. Even if they tap it back, that's fine, as long as they cross the nose a tiny bit,
Yep.
or even at nose.
All right, so this will be the last rock at this end. And we will see if we're going to have a result or if we are going to be heading on to an extra end.
All right. Last rock. All comes down to Emily. Stacy sweeping. Allison's jumping in there.
That is no. Oh, wait.
Oh.
There it is.
Oh, Emily.
So see the sweepers taking big breaths there after it.
Oh my God, huge sigh of relief.
Yeah.
That was an excellent, excellent shot. And great sweeping by the sweepers. It truly is it truly is a team event.
Well, we had some great games here on this draw. And I bet we're up for some more great games in the late draw, or in the last draw.
Yep. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. They're going to do a scrape on the ice, and we're going to get ready for the finals that will start at 1 o'clock. So please come back and join us. We'd love to have you with us for the final games of this 2023 Cherry Blossom.
So Dylan, what were our peak viewers on the? Oh, Dylan's busy. Never mind.
We've got 43 right now, so
okay.
I think we were somewhere up to 50. So.
Well, guess I'll wrap it up, and we'll see you back in a bit.
Yeah. So Dylan, do you want to go ahead and end our stream, please?
Yep.
Thank you.